Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about the November 20th Atlanta MSNBC Washington Post Debate 5. All right, it's coming up on November 20th. Very excited. We're just, a little bit around 20 days left to get there, right? Very, very exciting. And so what I would like to do today is I want to talk about everybody who's qualified as of today for the November 20th Atlanta MSNBC Washington Post Debate 5, okay? So the November 20th one. So I want to talk about every single candidate who's qualified and speak specifically if they count as predator or prey for Yang, right? Predator means they're an actual threat to him and he's got to be wily and kind of like do some evasion, right? Or if they are prey and he could just eat them alive, right? All right, so let's whip through them. All right. So let's talk about Elizabeth Warren. She is an absolute predator, man. Bite, bite, claw, right? Like claw, bite. She absolutely has attacks. She is a full-on predator. No two ways about it, all right? Biden. Absolute prey. That guy is falling like a comet, right? He just continues to fall. His trajectory is down. That is absolute, right? Bernie Sanders, boy, he is the most fascinating thing that has happened in this election from a spectacle perspective, right? It is truly a spectacle what is happening with Bernie Sanders. I think that Bernie Sanders, no matter Yang is going to win this election, right? Okay, and basically he'll just be remembered as the president, right? But I really think the 2020 election will be a hinge in history when it's completely, when there's no more pretense that the president of the United States of America is anything but the king or queen of the world. Bernie Sanders being willing to die to get even a single day as president completely redefines the level of commitment that candidates have to have, right? Like his one decision to continue to run after having a heart attack, it sweeps the board of so many things. It means, one, you had darn well better be all in, man. Like there's absolutely no limits anymore to what you can be willing to put up to win the presidency. None. Right? Like Bernie Sanders set the standard, right? He's like, I'm willing to die. Let's do it, right? Like, I mean, that just like, nothing touches that, right? It's incredible. It is incredible. And I did not expect to see that event in this election. It is like, I've never seen anything like it, right? However, all right, here we go. Bernie Sanders is prey. Without a doubt, the Bernie Sanders problem fixes itself, right? One of two things happens. He maintains the pace that is required for the 2020 U.S. presidential primary candidacy, the race, he maintains the pace, right? And there's a very unfortunate ending to that. Or he slows down. And guess what? You know what happens when you slow down in a race? You lose. It's one or the other. The Bernie Sanders problem fixes itself, right? That's just math, right? He's absolutely prey. All right, BBC, all right, Buttigieg, all right, absolute prey. Buttigieg only exists as the media's candidate. Media is the only people in love with Buttigieg. That's it, right? He is a Harvard linguist. America don't care about Harvard linguists. Done, right? Buttigieg, definitely prey, okay? Klobuchar, predator, right? Claw, bite, man. That, like, predator. By the way, that's a D&D term, right? And it means a predator, a beast that can attack, right? Like that's, and Klobuchar is, man, she has been emboldened she's been picked up by the media. The media has gotten very worried. The media is like shocked to see Bernie and Biden, on the ropes, right? And I think they're starting to understand Elizabeth Warren is just, Elizabeth Warren is a guarantee that the Democrats get to say anything they want for 13 months and lose hard next year, right, to Trump. Just get decimated in the general. And I think the media is starting to understand that, so they're like starting to flirt with the idea of Klobuchar, right? Klobuchar is an absolute predator, right? Booker, absolute prey, right? Like just no traction, and he's not willing to do. He is not willing to do what it takes to win this election, right? If Cory Booker wants to win this election, you know what he needs to do? He needs to get a wedding ring and propose to Rosario Dawson. This election, America having a second African-American president is bigger than Cory, and it's bigger than Rosario, right? I would say it was unfair, ridiculous to say that he should use a marriage proposal to surge himself forward, in the polls, but Bernie Sanders willing to die for it, man. Like, there's no more limits. There's no limits now, right? It's all or nothing, right? It's come big or don't, go big or go home, period, right? And let me put it this way. Nobody ever thought it was small potatoes before, right? But Bernie Sanders just like, he's raising the bar on what it demands, right? Like, you can have absolutely no limits beyond the law and harming people, right? Like that those are limits, right? We call it the law pain rule. That is the limit, but beyond that, there's no limits, right? All right. So there's only two other candidates other than Andrew Yang, and that is Tom Steyer, absolute prey, right? I hope Yang politically tears him limb from limb. Cannot wait to see it, right? And then, I do not like that guy. I really dislike that he used American dollars to avoid shaking American hands. That is the most galling thing I've ever seen in any election. It's terrible, right? Coming in late, showing up with a latte to the U.S. presidential race. Come on, like, it's just, ugh. All right. Kamala Harris, pray. Her trajectory is down, man. I will tell you, it's one of the most shocking things I've seen in the election. Right here on this channel, you'll find a video where there was some political wonk in Ireland who was saying they really felt that, Kamala had it locked up early. I did a whole video about it, right? I never expected Kamala to fall this hard, this fast, and be out, like, and honestly, I don't even, after this election, I'll continue to do research on, and try to figure out what happened, because I really don't know what happened to Kamala, right? Like, I think the biggest thing is, I think her early attack on Biden was fully understood as an attack on Obama. You can't attack Biden full political daggers out without going through Obama, because Obama vetted him, right? So when she came at him, when Kamala came at Biden, she was saying Obama did a lazy job of vetting you, right? And you cannot insult one of our best presidents that way. You can't do it, right? And I think that's why Kamala fell so hard. All right, Andrew Yang, is he predator or prey? Andrew Yang is a great white shark, right? Like, he is absolute predator. He is a grizzly bear, right? Like, he is an absolute predator. Look, this is debate 5, right? Right? This guy, he is performing with everybody else with his hands tied behind his back. The media's been doing everything they can to hide him, and he's still crushing it. Andrew Yang is an absolute taloned, razor-sharp toothed predator, right? And I am incredibly excited to see him on November 20th in the Atlanta MSNBC Washington Post Debate 5. Get hyped. We're going to do it. All that's my opinion. I'd love to hear your opinion on it. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.